Hi y'all, welcome to Petite Weaver Crafts episode 35. I'm recording here today on March 3rd, 2017. So for today, I'm going to be mostly talking about my stitches haul, how the event went, and a little bit of quilting. So let's get started. First off, let me just say, stitches was amazing. I traveled up to San Jose with a few of my knitty friends from here, including Thuy from the Twisted Stitches podcast, Nicole from Mork Fibre Co., and our other friend Jessie. I had such a wonderful time. It was a long weekend with the girls and shopping. I mean, really, how could it have gone wrong? I stopped by A Needle Runs Through It and got these super adorable needle holders. You can stick these on any of your embroidery or hand stitching projects, and then the needle just sticks to the magnet, so you don't have to worry about losing it in your project or it dropping off onto the carpet or whatever. So these are great. I got a little hedgehog and of course a little bumblebee one, super cute. And I also got this tiny little Notions pyramid with the little sheep on it. And then lastly, I got some not safe for work stitch markers. They cracked me up. I'm gonna read out a few of these for you guys, but nice and censored so I don't get an explicit rating on this podcast. I generally curse like a sailor most of the time, but I try to tone it down for these podcasts and in professional settings. Some of the ones that made me giggle were rip the mother trucker, cast this mother effer off, slip this itch, and F this knit. So yeah, overall hilarious. I thought they were funny. The font on these are pretty small, so most people won't be able to see the cursing on it, but it gives me a little bit of a giggle fit every single time I see them, so adore them. I also stopped by this lovely hand-carved button booth. So here I have some bumblebee buttons. They're super cute, and as you can tell, they're from Woolly Moss Roots. They're really small, little, like, you know, family-owned business, and yeah, they're just so pretty. I couldn't pass them up. Next up is I got a shawl pin by Pat Spencer. It's this lovely spiral-shaped one with a glass bead on the inside. It's super gorgeous. I really like this design. There's less of a chance of you losing a piece. So yeah, this is my first ever shawl pin. I'm pretty excited about it. Alright, moving on to some project bags. I got this super cute Erin Lane project bag. This is their Sheeples line, so it's like sheep people. And this one is like the crafty one, so you have a spinner, you know, sewing, scrapbooking, painting, pretty much all the crafts. I thought it was really cute. So this is their see-through bag. It's really cool. It has a little snap on it so you can hook it onto the side of your purse or onto a belt loop or anything like that. In addition to the bag, I also got a needle minder. There's Molly Weasley. There's also Sheeple knitting the Hogwarts crest, and then there's Dobby knitting his own little socks so that he can be free. Yeah, super cute. I really enjoyed this. So that's it for the notions. So moving on to yarn, which is the fun part. The whole stitches experience was a little bit overwhelming. The show floor was kind of set up in a rectangle with another smaller rectangle above it. So it was really disorienting when you're in the middle of an aisle to figure out which way you're facing. Honestly, I'm not super directionally savvy anyway, so I got a little bit turned around. The aisles are marked numerically, so like if you're in a 200 booth, you're in the 200 aisle, and like moving on to like the 800 booth, 900 booth, etc., it just row by row it increases booth numbers. But like right when you know, kind of look around a booth and then you get out of it, it's very easy to get turned around, and I did for sure. It took me all 3 days to really feel like I visited every booth like thoroughly, but I did get quite a few purchases done. There was a little bit of a rush to get certain yarn, but luckily I was with a fairly good sized group, so we kind of like beelined it to the booth that we needed to get to. So some of the stuff that were limited run was some Mustache Yarn. She had her yarns at the Little Skein in the Big Wool booth, and she released a few colorways for Friday and then a few more for Saturday. With the help of Thuy from the Twisted Stitches podcast, I managed to snag 3 different skeins of her self-striping yarn. So what's amazing about her self-striping yarn is she usually does a lot of different color stripes, and she also splits her skeins so that you have 2 exactly matching skeins of yarn that start the same spot so that you're not trying to worry about trying to like line up all the stripes and everything like that. The first one I got is called Rainbow for Miles. So it is a rainbow self-striping yarn. And next up I got Calavaras, which is this gorgeous kind of bold jewel tones with some speckle stripes in there. And I split this skein with Thuy, so like we each took a half a skein, which should be enough for me to do some shorty socks. And then last but not least, I got the Beauty and the Beast colorway that she released, which is called La Belle et la Bete. And I've already started the second sock of this, and I have a half-finished sock. Oh my goodness. So I didn't knit on any of the projects that I brought pretty much. As soon as I got this yarn and got it home, pretty much I wound it into a Jolly Rancher ball and then started knitting on it, and I managed to finish it shortly after I got back. But look at these colors, aren't they so beautiful? Like I said, they are 12 color stripe patterns, so from here to here. Gorgeous. This is such a beautiful colorway. I'm so glad I got it. It's a little bit deceiving to see in skein format what the colors actually will be, so I was super excited to see all the colors knit up. And the pattern I used for this sock is the Smooth Operator sock by Susan B. Anderson. It is a cuff down sock with a afterthought heel, and yeah, I love it. I'm excited. I barely started the second sock on this. I haven't gotten very far yet. But I'm excited to have these done before the new Beauty and the Beast movie comes out in the middle of the month. I'm super excited. Little Skein and the Big Wool also had a limited supply of another yarn. Voolenvine Yarns, she's the host of the Yarngasms video podcast as well. I think they said there were only 20 skeins per yarn, and they only dropped like 10 skeins per day. And I managed to get one. It's super gorgeous. This is her Volca base, which is a merino cashmere nylon base, and the colorway is called The Last Unicorn, and it's the softest, prettiest color ever. Thuy and I each got a skein of this yarn, and I think we're going to do a beaded lace shawl pattern of some sort. I found these lovely beads to kind of go with it. It has a nice lilac center and a clear blue bead around it. I thought that they went together super well. It kind of brings out the accents of the purple specks in here, and it kind of matches the rest of the skein. I don't know exactly what pattern we'll be using yet. I just thought the pairing was too pretty to pass up. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. Everything was so pretty. I had the hardest time not just purchasing everything. All the colors were just so gorgeous. I also picked up some Gryffindor colored yarns, and this is from Lazer Sheep Yarns. I just couldn't pass up